for me, what I've done then is become as open and honest and as comprehensive as I possibly can on a myriad of issues. I'm the only one that introduced a jobs plan. It's a 10-point jobs plan, and you can go to my website and check it out. I also introduced a veterans plan, a 10-point veterans plan. And now today I'm going to introduce an education plan to help our students and our teachers, give them the resources that they need to succeed. So I think that gives me a leg up because I already have some things I want to accomplish.
You know, going to go running. You're going to hit it hard. So once elected here, September 10th, you have the primary July 7th, September 10th, and then I think they have about 2 weeks so you get sworn in to office. So you really have to get after it, get brought up to speed on everything. So we are paying attention to all issues going on. So we're ready to go when we get elected.
Well, I think you got to hit the ground running, and that's part of what we've been doing over the last 12 weeks. You got to hit the ground running. You got to always remember you work for the taxpayers and you work for the people in this district. You have to stay grounded. I've also talked about having continually town hall meetings, tele-town hall meetings, talking to the people. I think there's a real disconnect between politicians in Washington, D.C. and the people that they represent. And I hope to bridge that gap.
Well, I've been putting a lot of miles on the car, meeting with a lot of people. I mean, that's the important part of the campaign. It's also the important part of serving the constituents. What I plan to do, if I'm lucky enough to win, is to use most of my office allotment to set up district offices, put staff in the district, so that we can really get out to the people, the voters, find out the issues they need worked on right away and get started right away.
I'm just going to get in and jump with both feet. The only thing I'm going to do is work for the people. I'll work with the people and I'll come home, you know, and communicate with the people here. And I have a wife and my 6 children. But other than that, I don't plan on doing any vacations or running around taking, you know, photo shots. And, you know, I run my own campaign. I'm not going to go out and try to earn money like the other guys did for their campaigns. If I win this campaign, I win it without having to go out and earn money.
Well, first of all, I've said the first thing that I would do is introduce the jobs plan I've already suggested. But then within that same time frame, then I'll also introduce my veterans plan as well as the education plan. So I would say it would be in conjunction with one another.
It will be very fast paced to get in everything back to order and then bring responsible leadership back to the 18th district. And that's what I've been talking about to the voters in the 18th is responsible leadership, and we're going to bring it back to the 18th and bring it positive and move this district forward.
I think the economy has to be first and foremost. 2% growth is not working in this country. We have to figure out how we get the economy booming again here in Illinois and across the country. From my perspective, you're only going to grow the economy with more private sector growth, not more government spending. So, you know, people are concerned about what's going to come next from the Obama administration. Is there a new regulation? Is there a new, you know, program like Obamacare? Something that's going to restrict the private sector from flourishing. And that's a big concern. How do we get the economy going? I think the other part is when you look at the $18 trillion debt, how do we reverse that trend? Bring that $18 trillion debt down? And I think the last part is national security. There's a lot of uncertainty out there right now, what's going on with ISIS and the Middle East. You know, I spent time as a federal prosecutor and as the chief terrorism prosecutor, and I would just, you know, when you look at the threat of ISIS and people around the world that want to harm this country, we have to support our intelligence services, our military services, do all we can to contain and stop ISIS in the Middle East. I don't think the president's doing a good job of doing that right now.
First month is getting a constituent office up and running. Getting the offices throughout the district. It's 19 counties. It needs a lot of representation. Getting staff in place in the district so that we can help people navigate the federal government and get the assistance and the things they need to break through the bureaucratic kind of logjam.
Learn everything, and it won't. That first month will do it. Now learn what all I need to do. Get hold of all the people that are affiliated with me, that work and think like I do, and start working on some plans to get some things implemented.
Well, I am a representative of the people in the district, and I've often said that while my background is in the military and also in education, in terms of our commerce around here, agriculture is paramount. And so I want to be their voice in Congress. And I know there's real challenges for farmers. I know there's regulation challenges. I want to make sure that they can fight through those regulation challenges and they can be the food source of the entire world. Well, I am a representative of the people in the district, and I've often said that while my background is in the military and also in education, in terms of our commerce around here, agriculture is paramount. And so I want to be their voice in Congress. And I know there's real challenges for farmers. I know there's regulation challenges. I want to make sure that they can fight through those regulation challenges and they can be the food source of the entire world.
What we have to do is reach out to the Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau has a vital aspect in the community. So reach out to the Farm Bureaus, reach out to the farmers, go talk to them. And we have to work one-on-one in how we can move everything forward, especially in Washington, D.C., to help them out.
Well, I'm very proud that I've gotten the Farm Bureau Activator Award twice in the last 4 years for my work on behalf of agriculture in the state of Illinois. It's the #1 industry in this congressional district. So whether it's fighting for ethanol or whether it's fighting to keep the federal government out of the lives of farmers, from my perspective, farmers are the best stewards of the land, not the federal government. And first and foremost, what I would do is fight the EPA on this Waters of the U.S. rule that they have put forth. It's an overreach by the executive branch and this president. And you pass a law or a rule when there's a problem. There's no problem in this district with puddles and creeks and streams and rivers. So you have to have someone that's going to fight for the rights of farmers in agriculture. I've had a record of doing that with the support of the Farm Bureau, and I look forward to continuing to represent farmers and also trying to open up more markets for commodities, corn and soybeans, make sure our riverways, the Mississippi and the Illinois River, that the locks and dams are upgraded so that our commodities and also products can get up and down the river.
I think very first is the EPA has new rules on waterways. I would bring those bureaucrats here to Central Illinois to see firsthand the implications of what they're proposing. The Corps of Engineers is trying to put new regulations in Pike County on the Sinai Drainage District. I would bring those bureaucrats to Pike County, have them meet with farmers there, and find out the disastrous consequences of what they're proposing. A lot of it is we have to make sure Washington is hearing us, and sometimes that's going to require bringing Washington to the district.
Well, I understand the value. I grew up on a farm. My friends are farmers. This area is a farming area, and I'll take it there and show them that it's a national security issue. It's a fuel issue so it's something I will take there and push for agriculture, yeah.